What is going on, guys and girls? My name's Suki and I'm back with another brand new video on Super Duper Tech. Now in today's video I will be giving you my full and in-depth review of the Benq GW2270 monitor. Now firstly, I'd like to get talking about my current setup configuration for the monitor itself. Now I have had the monitor connected to both my PlayStation 3 and 4 using a HDMI switch. Now along with the HDMI switch, I do have an Elgato Game Capture HD60 in line to the Benq GW2270. Now either of these products could be responsible for the input lag or the subtle but very noticeable delay that I've been getting when I'd press a button on the gamepad to when I'd see it being displayed on screen itself. Now when using a straight HDMI cable from the back of the console to the back of the monitor in question, I haven't experienced any input lag or any sort of issues at all whatsoever. Now most games consoles these days output at 60 Hz or 60 frames per second. Now you'll be pleased to find out that this monitor does have a refresh rate of 60 Hz, so if you're playing any games such as Call of Duty or any game in general, the monitor will work just as advertised. Now there are a number of benefits to using a VA panel. Now the first of these being that the backlight bleed on these panels isn't as prevalent when compared to a TN panel or even some IPS displays. Now what you're looking at right now is with the brightness down to the lowest, but as you're about to see in the next clip, when the brightness on the VA panel is cranked up to the max, that backlight bleed is pretty disgusting. So now I wanted to get talking about the ways that you can interact with the display itself. Now there are 6 buttons. Now the first of these is a dedicated mode button for multimedia, web surfing and even reading. The second button is to change over your input device. The third is to control the brightness of the panel itself. The fourth button is a dedicated menu button to go and mess around with display settings, picture settings or even the volume settings. There is also a fifth button which is normally used to cancel an operation, so you could cancel and get out of the menu if you so wished. So I then went and connected it up to my MacBook. Now this is the brand new 2016 MacBook. I've connected it with an adapter to the HDMI port in the back of the monitor. Now you can see that I currently have the monitor itself connected to my PlayStation 4, and once I switch over to the different HDMI port, I am able to connect up to the MacBook. Now the only problem that I did have with this was that when I was playing a video, I could not for the life of me get any audio to come out either through the MacBook or through a headphone port. So now I wanted to go over what actually comes included in the box. Now first up, you do get of course the power cable to obviously power up the monitor itself. Now next up in the box is of course the stand. Now I do have some issues with the stand itself. Now the stand only has one angle of adjustment, being the tilt. If you want to pivot it, you would need a base mount. Now as well as that, the actual stand itself does feel quite flimsy and cheap. Now if the monitor is put up on a desk and the desk is shook, the monitor itself does shake quite noticeably. Now also included in the box is a VGA to VGA cable. Now the cable itself has an approximate length of around a meter. Now the only issue that I have with this is that they choose to supply us with one VGA cable when the monitor itself supports 2 HDMI. Now to conclude, I do think that this is an excellent monitor, especially for those of us that are on a budget. Now the lack of integrated speakers may put off some prospective buyers off purchasing this monitor in particular. but if you're going to be using headphones to game or anything similar, then trust me, it's perfectly fine for that. So guys, if you enjoyed this video, then do please hit the thumbs up button. Check out the two videos playing. On the left you will find the unboxing of this monitor, and on the right you will find my review for the brand new released 2016 12-inch Retina MacBook. If you enjoyed this video, then do please hit the thumbs up button. Comment down below what you think of this monitor. Have you purchased this monitor, or if you've got any other questions, and I'll be glad to help you out with that. Be sure to subscribe, as I will have videos coming out very soon comparing the new MacBook to the iPad Pro, as well as some other Apple devices. I will also have a brand new room setup tour coming out very soon, so be sure to subscribe guys. Guys, that's been it. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. And be sure to have a good one.